Today's video is about insulin. Let's discuss briefly about introduction of insulin. We all know that it is a polypeptide hormone, and it is produced from the beta cells of islets of Langerhans of the pancreas. Human insulin contains 51 amino acids which are arranged in two peptide chains. Chain A contains 21 amino acids. Chain B contains 30 amino acids. These two chains are linked together by C-peptide. You can see the linked chain in this picture. Coming to the main topic of the video. That is, actions of insulin. Glucose is the key regulator of insulin secretion from beta cells. It regulates the metabolic activity of carbohydrates, fats and proteins. Insulin is the most potent anabolic hormone, with multiple synthetic and growth-promoting effects. Metabolic function is to increase the rate of glucose transport into certain cells in the body, so it provides an increased source of energy. In muscle cells, glucose is either stored as glycogen or oxidized to generate ATP. Insulin promotes the rapid conversion of glucose into glycogen, which is stored in muscle and liver. So the glucose is stored in the form of glycogen. In adipose tissue, glucose is primarily stored as lipids. Now we will see what insulin does to reduce the blood glucose levels. This action happens in 5 steps, like facilitating transport and uptake of glucose by the cells, increasing the peripheral utilization of glucose, increasing the storage of glucose by converting it into glycogen, inhibiting glycogenolysis, inhibiting gluconeogenesis. In this picture, we can see the metabolic activities of insulin in adipose tissue, liver and in striated muscle. Here it is a short demo on how the insulin works. Regulation of insulin secretion. Preproinsulin is synthesized in the rough endoplasmic reticulum from insulin mRNA and it is delivered to the Golgi apparatus. There is a series of proteolytic cleavage steps generate mature insulin and a cleavage peptide, C-peptide. Both insulin and C-peptide are then stored in secretory granules and secreted in equimolar quantities after physiologic stimulation. Thus, C-peptide levels serve as a surrogate for beta cell function, decreasing with loss of beta cell mass in type 1 diabetes, or increasing with insulin resistance associated hyperinsulinemia. Here you can see the steps of synthesis, which is explained previously. Now we'll discuss about mode of action. On targeted cells, insulin binds with receptor protein, called insulin receptor. This forms insulin receptor complex. This insulin receptor complex starts the action by activating the intracellular enzyme system. Now we'll see the role of insulin that is involved in human body. First one is role of blood glucose level. If the blood glucose level is normal, that is in between 80 to 100 mg per deciliter, the insulin secretion will also be low. If blood glucose level increases, which ranges in between 100 to 120, the insulin secretion will also rises rapidly. Second one is role of protein. Amino acids in blood can stimulate the insulin secretion. So, the presence of amino acids can elevate the blood glucose level to increase, and insulin secretion will be higher. Third one is lipid derivatives. Acetoacetate can also increase the insulin secretion. Fourth one is role in gastrointestinal hormone. Insulin secretion is increased by gastrin, secretin, cholecystokinin, gastric inhibitory polypeptide. Role in endocrine hormones. Hormones like glucagon, growth hormone and cortisol can also stimulate insulin secretion. Prolonged hypersecretion of these hormones results in diabetes mellitus. Role in autonomic nerves. Stimulation of right vagus nerve can increase insulin secretion.